Hello students, welcome to the video lecture series on electrical installation, maintenance and testing. Today we will discuss the very important point from this unit number 1, that is called as a distribution system for AC. Earlier we have seen the classification of the distribution systems, so depending on AC and DC. This can be categorized depending on the scheme of operation and depending on the voltage range, so primary distribution and secondary distribution, so that we have seen earlier. The power factor of a load currents may be given with respect to receiving or sending end or with respect to load voltage itself. The numerical is asked on this topic, and we will practice the numerical for with the help of simple method, and this point carries 7 to 8 marks. Surely it is going to ask in the end semester exam. The first point is power factor referred to receiving end voltage, so this point we are going to see first. Consider the AC distributor, so this we are going to give the name AC. AB with concentrated loads of I1 and I2, so this is the AB with the load I1 and I2 tapped at point C and B, so this is point C and this is point B. The amount of direction of the current is here, so from here to here and from here to here this is I1, and here to here this is I2, and I1 plus I2 is equal to total I, so this is I. Now taking the receiving end voltage VB as the reference vector, so this is the reference vector. Let lagging power factor at C and B cos phi and cos phi 2 with respect to VB. So this cos phi 1 and cos phi 2 are lagging in nature with respect to this voltage at B point. Let R1 X1 R2 X2 are the resistance and the reactances of the section AC and CB of the distributor. So this is R1 X1 R2 X2 are the resistance and reactance of AC and CB respectively. Now let's say the impedance of the section can be calculated with the help of Z times AC. So by using the reactance and resistance, it becomes R1 plus J times X1. Same way, the impedance of the section CB can be calculated with the help of ZCB R2 plus JX2. The load current at point C find out can be with the help of I1 bar is equal to I1 in bracket cos of phi 1 minus J times sin of phi 1. Same way, the load current at B can be found I2 bar is equal to I2 cos of phi 2 minus J sin of phi 2. We are interested for current in section AC, so IAC is equal to I1 plus I2. So initially I have told this is total I. Put the value of I1 this, put the value of I2 this. Taking the addition of these two quantities, we will get IAC. Now we are interested to finding out the voltage drop in the section AC. Now what is the voltage drop? Voltage drop is nothing but it is a product of two quantities. First is the current and the value of that particular quantity. So Z we are using. So IAC is a simple I1 bar plus I2 bar, and ZAC that we have calculated earlier. So this is the ZAC. We have to put here like this. Same way, voltage drop in CB we can calculate it with the help of ICB into ZCB. Now put the value of ICB also and put the value of ZCB also, we will get this final equation. We are interested for the sending end voltage. So initially we have considered this as a receiving end voltage and this as a sending end voltage. So we are interested for VA. The VA bar is equal to VB bar plus VCB bar plus VAC bar. So all the voltages points we are considering here. Now VAC plus VCB plus VB bar. So it is same. Now sending end current also IA is equal to I1 bar plus I2 bar. So with the help of these two, we are interested for the vector diagram of the AC distributor. So initially the vector starts from 0. So this is 0 point. We have considered the VB as a reference. So VB we are going using here. We know that this VB, there is a I2 current from this VB. So I2 R2 can be drawn lagging in nature like this. We are interested to use the reactance quantity also. So I2 X2, which is perpendicular to this, and whenever we are connecting this two quantity, you will get the value of VC. Same way, at this point we will get IAC into R1. Same way we are interested for the reactance also. So this time we will get this point, and whenever we are going to connect this point with 0, we will get the value of VA. So this is the vector diagram of voltage. Now we are interested for the current also. Same way, the current I1 and I2 are lagging in nature with the help of voltage. So the algebraic sum of these two currents will give you the I, total I, or you can consider this as a IAC. The angle between this I2 is phi 2 and the angle between VB and I1 is phi 1. Here the receiving end voltage VB is taken as a reference, so that wording I am writing here. As a power vector of the loads are given with respect to VB, therefore I1 and I2 lag behind the voltage VB by phi 1 and phi 2 respectively. Now the power factor referred to respective load voltage we are interested to find out. So suppose power factor of the loads in the previous figure are referred to their respective load voltage. Then phi 1 is the phase angle between VC and I1, and phi 2 is the phase angle between VB and I2 that we were seeing earlier. Now the voltage drop in secondary of CB is equal to I2 bar into ZCB. So I2 is same as previous, and this is ZCB. So the voltage at point C is equal to VB bar plus drop in the secondary of CB. So it becomes VC at an angle of alpha, let's say. Now I1 bar is equal to I1 at an angle of minus phi 1 with respect to VC. So with respect to VC it will become minus sign. So you can consider this I1 bar is equal to I1 at an angle of minus phi 1 minus alpha with respect to VB. Putting all the values of this together of in terms of we are interested to convert this form, angular form, into the another form, cos and sine form. So it becomes as I1 in bracket cos of phi 1 minus alpha minus j times sine of phi 1 minus alpha. We know that IAC is equal to I1 plus I2. So take these two additions, we will get the voltage drop in AC, that is IAC into ZAC. The voltage at a point A is equal to Vs plus drop in CB and drop in AC. This is the procedure to finding out the voltage angles with respect to receiving end voltage and sending end voltage. In the next class, we will take the numerical based on this derivation, and we will try to solve this equation. Thank you. God bless you all.